What's up, guys? This is Alfie here with a video on how to increase your power in Summoner's War Chronicles. So I started off this morning at 239. I've already gained around 8,000 power, and most of it was this morning in around 10 minutes actually. And I'll kind of show how I did that in this video, but it'll probably be broken up into two parts depending on how long it is. One on how your monsters affect your power and how you can increase it, and the other on your summoner and how to increase it. But before that, we can talk about something that's going to benefit your whole account and not just one of your summoners or one of your monsters, and that's your account skills. You want to make sure you're leveling these based on your priorities. Since my whole build is based around Theo, since the beginning of the story when I pulled him, I have focused on monster stats, monster attack. I think monster stats are the priority either way because it's going to carry over three of your monsters instead of just your summoner as far as one team composition goes. And then I branched out into monster defense. I went a little bit into summoner HP to help me survive a little bit better since I am the tank. And I'll be leveling one of these up to show you how much it can boost your power. And so that one actually, that level, the one that doesn't actually boost your power, because since it's not an actual stat, I should have thought about that. I can probably, so this is a tip on how to uh, get account levels a little bit quicker, is leveling things will give you account experience. So if we go in here and we look at my account experience, I'm at 1,000 of 15,000. So if I go in here and I just pick something that I'm building, like my vigor, and I level it up, I've been farming experience pots with my repeat quests as well as gold. I gained 200 from those 5 levels, so about 40 per level. So if you just work on your teams, you'll be gaining tons of stats. Not, I think I ran out. I'm probably not gonna be able to hit another one to show. Should have tested that beforehand. It's my bad. But but generally, crit rate seems to be one of the crit rate, attack speed seem to be giving more stats in the damage line, and then HP I feel like has given me the most in the uh, tank stat line. Actually, I might switch my repeat quest that's going on right now from this to experience to see if I can get it by the end of the video. How far away am I? I don't know if it's realistic. Yeah, probably not. Alright, anyways, let's get into the monsters and how you actually get stats on them. It's actually a lot more in depth than I originally thought. So if you go to a monster that's not even leveled and you click on this button, it'll show you this will show you that they have bonus stats right now. And if you click right here, it shows you where they're coming from. So 5.5% from runes, but I don't have any runes on him. Just kind of, that one's kind of weird. Account effects right now boosting his stats by 23 is accounting for almost a quarter of his stats. So that kind of shows you the power of the monster effect or monster stats on the account level. Power of ascensions, this is another weird one. He hasn't ascended at all. And then book effect, that this one actually kind of threw me off, and I'll kind of go over this in detail. And then closet and enhancing skills. So if you've played Summoner's War, uh, you know that the first thing you want to do is max level your monsters. I actually didn't realize that people that didn't come from Summoner's War would actually have trouble kind of figuring this out until I talked to a couple people. And for max leveling your monsters, what you want to do is you want to come here to evolve, and based on their star rarity, you're going to need different levels of rainbow mons. 5 stars are a lot more expensive to level. I would recommend to kind of focus on 3 and 4 stars early. It's gold expensive and breath of life expensive. Since the 5 star rainbow mons are unique to 5 stars, it's not as you can stockpile them from all the places you're getting them, so that's not that bad. It's the other resources that really get drained, and then you're gonna want to level them up. In the level up, that one's pretty obvious, and then awakening them after that, right? So if you look at his power from awakening, it's 9.6 at 4 star, and my Theo, who's my most awakened at 9, is getting 5.4. So I guess it might not look like a lot, but it adds up. And then after you max level and awaken your monsters, the next thing that comes is skilling them up. It's very easy to skill up your 3s. You just use the dupes you're getting. Each dupe is 2 skill ups. It adds up pretty quick. 4 stars aren't too bad. I'd have more 4 stars max skilled if I had skilled them before buying pieces from the exchange shop. If you didn't know, you can come in here and exchange pieces for different ones, and 4 star pieces are 100 rate for a 5 star one. But I got really lucky with a bunch of Desert Queen and Ifrit pieces, which are the 2 that I'm building. So decided to kind of, since I am focusing on them, to exchange them to try to get skill ups a little bit quicker. I already had a full team for story by that point, so I didn't see a need to hold on to them too much. And so that's your skills. And then once you're, along with skilling them, since that's going to take some time, you're going to want to work on your runes. That's what comes next. Runing them at the beginning, until you beat the story, you can really just auto equip. So you're going to clear the chapters, and if you start getting more runes, you just come in here every once in a while and you just hit auto equip. He actually has runes. I don't want to mess them up. Okay, so these are just auto equipped ones, and you're just gonna keep going until you hit another stop. And then around chapter 5 is when you are going to start caring about the stats, and that's around when you start to get 5 star runes as well. 5 star is the max in this game if you come from Sky Arena, so until we get 6 star runes, which I don't know when that will be, 5 stars are what you want to be maxing out. And so that's it for runes pretty much. One thing I was neglecting that actually helped, that actually is what gave me the big boost this morning, is if you look here, I have a crit damage enchant. I wasn't using these at all because I kind of forgot about them since I was just auto questing. So I'm still missing, not on him, but on Bastet, she pretty much has none, and I believe Konamiya only has a couple. So what I'm going to do here is show you guys how to do it. So you're going to come here to Profession. Honestly, I think Alchemy, so Processing is your first level up because you need it for everything else. But Alchemy should be your second level in my opinion. Probably do a more detailed guide on this, but you can get scrolls from here. You can get unknowns, mystics, and legendaries. And you can fuse these for your transcendence, which will come into play when we talk about summoners. So what I'm going to do is, so this is All it takes is Fate Magic Core and Leaves. You'll get these by collecting other materials pretty quickly. I had like 90 this morning, and you're just gonna hit craft, and you're gonna get books, and some of them might be percentage. The percentage are low, some of them are gonna be flat. You're gonna want to focus on the percentage ones first, and then if you have empty slots still, you're going to then put your then put flats if you have empty slots, because it's better to have the stat than have no stat. So um, on Bastet, I believe her shield is based off of it doesn't say, does it? Oh, here it does. Yes, it does. So of her max HP. So same with Konamiya. Actually, his build's kind of wrong on my account. Uh, I only have 1 HP percent main, um, but that'll get fixed with time. So both of them want to get HP, so that's going to be the priority. So we're going to come in here, and we're going to start equipping these. And it's 160, so it's just a small boost, but when you start to think about across 18 runes, it adds up. So we'll be able to see at the end of the video how much overall power we get. This one dropped. I had accuracy on there, but my accuracy is actually fine. I haven't really seen any bosses where accuracy matters that much. So we're going to just keep stacking them. Let me make sure. Oh no, she has flat defense on this one. That one's fine. Wait, did I miss that? Oh no, that was the main stat. I'm a little tired, so I might make a few mistakes. But I'm going to save a couple HP percents for Konamiya. So I'm going to start putting in some defense on her. And don't do what I did too often, where you're, well, the thing about these books is that these are the low level ones, so you're pretty much getting free stats that even if you go over them or you stop using this rune soon, it's not a huge loss. Getting the materials pretty quick, so that's Bastet. We can do the same on Konamiya. Don't know why I keep clicking the wrong thing. So he's got HP percent there, flat defense, defense percent, flat defense, and this one's blank. So generally I'm trying to focus on putting the better ones on the runes I think I'll keep longer, so an HP percent main, probably not gonna replace too soon. These, like this one, pretty replaceable, so we can save that one for last. And this one as well. Can actually probably replace them right now, but I'm gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna see if I do. So my Konami is on an evasion set build because that's one of the sets that drops off of Borbos. Did I already awaken him? I think oh, I needed gold. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna finish this up. Maybe. Yeah. So I'm gonna swap back to the repeat quest for gold. How do you stop it from repeating? Oh, there we go. And then when it finishes, I'll swap it to gold and see if we can get him awakened as well, to kind of show how all these things add up. Since doing it on anyone else won't show for the team total at the end. And okay, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit quicker about this so this doesn't get too long. So the difference between flat defense and HP percent kind of big. I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm still getting used to this UI. That's probably actually prefer HP over flat defense. It's very small, so I'm probably not gonna keep going with that. So that's enchanting your runes. I actually realized I did not pick up any effect stones. Let me see if I can craft one real quick and show how they affect alchemy. These are for your summoner. I just need cobalt real quick. Okay, so I'll do this real quick to just show kind of. Okay, this takes long, but the effect stones are just gonna be more stats on top of your more stats, pretty much. I think my Theomars has them, so I can actually show them on him. But I would like to see or show how they're affecting them in real time. But okay, so I just need to find something to mine. Sorry for not being a little bit more organized on this video. Try to edit it if I get a chance. I'm not too good at editing yet. Pretty new to YouTube. I could have sworn I did effect stones on something. They give them to you in the story. Changes. It might have been the weapons. That's probably what it was. So yeah, we'll see if we can get some cobalt real quick, and we'll just keep going for now. So that covers your enchanting, and that's pretty that's pretty much it. It's just the effect stones on top of that for runes. But if we look here, we still have a lot more. We already talked about a count effect. We've talked about ascensions, but the book, this one's the one that kind of surprised me, and it's a really big boost and it's not something you're not gonna do. So, but kind of show you how they're getting those stats. So as you're summoning, every so many shards, their level's going up, and as the level goes up, you're getting more stats, and everything below 3-star is buffing the entire element, while everything above 4-star is buffing itself. So it's not as pay to win as I originally thought when I looked at it. I thought, oh, the people with 5 stars or multiple 5-star dupes pulled are gonna have way crazier stats across the board, but they're really only going to affect the characters they're pulling those dupes of. So if they have a bunch of dupes, but it's a character they're not using, it's not going to help them. While if you're on a 4-star that you are using, like the Amazon, your stat at book level 14, you're getting 430 attack and 13.7% attack speed. I actually haven't gone through it too deeply to see if like there's any attack speed, but it looks like it's just the very basic stats: attack, defense, maybe HP. I don't know if I've seen it yet. But yeah, right here on the living armor. And so it doesn't just take mystical scrolls to level that up. You can also use unknown scrolls. So while you're in here in your repeat quests and you're farming gold, you're going to be getting a lot of unknown scrolls to summon, and you're going to be able to use those to just summon. Let's see if our power goes up. So 248152. We're gonna do 22, so it's probably not likely, and it's not per summon, it's per shard, so it takes about 5 for each level. Oh, there's they did a really good job with the scrolls here compared to Summoner's War, being able to get up to all the way 4-star, and even LDs. Definitely feels like the known scrolls are going to carry the free-to-play players. So it looks like we did get a monster book level, and it is in water. So while it's so if you see, we actually got 71 because the team is full water. We got 71 off of just summoning some unknown scrolls, and so these aren't going to help us, but when I put in Shine in now, it's going to have a little bit more stats. She's really the only one monster I sub in right now. They feel like the weaker element right now for the content I'm doing. And that's how the book affects your monster stats. I was autoing through the story, so I actually didn't find that out till this morning when I was preparing a little bit for this video. Another thing, I posted this on Instagram earlier today, but if you were like me and just autoing through the story and just clicking the red buttons and not really paying attention to why you were getting rewards, for every so many monsters you kill of a type, you're going to get rewards at those levels. Some of them drop the mystical scrolls, some of them drop shards. The shards are really good still. They don't have for the monster book, they don't have to be summoned. It just has to give you a shard. So even all of these that you're getting are going to be buffing your stats. Okay, I don't have any more. Alright, let's see. Have we gotten the cobalt? Cobalt. Oh, that went to alchemy, not processing. No. So they'll be glowing if you have the material. I guess you're just gonna have to take my word for it on this one, that it's actually a pretty good boost. Let's see, is there more to talk about? Talked about enhanced skill. Oh, closet. This is the last thing for monsters, so we might be able to get to summoners in this video, not have it to be too long. Summoners pretty much the same thing. So closet. So if you look in your closet, dress room is the easiest place. Is all these equipment sets are gonna be giving your monster stats, and it's while they're in your closet. You don't have to have it equipped. As long as you have the set, you're gonna be getting these stats across whatever it's at. So knights, warriors, knights, mages, some of them affect your stats. So by farming all these essences, right? So if I got some yarn balls and faint magic ore, eventually I would get this set and boost my HP by 700. This is actually something I've not been doing, and I need to. And it's just gonna boost all of your stats. It would be a good idea to kind of focus on things that you have a lot of. Like, I'm actually building a decent amount of rangers, so I probably would be building rangers stats, or maybe warriors for my Diane and Copper, and then we can talk about summoners. So so I actually just got this today, but when it comes to your summoner, it's going to be your summoner level, obviously, and that's just, you level it up. Once you get to 60, how you get to 70 is through Transcendence. You're going to want to farm that auto repeat stage that lets you, and then use alchemy to make it. It's gonna give you a bunch of stats. I believe you get stats just for transcending them before you even get to a higher level. And then your equipment is the basics, so you're gonna want to be getting these out of your subjugation at first, and then raids and sub blacksmithing. I haven't gone too much into blacksmithing, but you can get your 1 awakenings here. I think eventually you get into 2 and 3 awakenings, and it's all based off of just maxing your processing and your blacksmithing. Since it's only affecting your summoner, I feel like it's okay to wait till later on to do it. If you kind of want to see, like, so I had this equipped this morning, that's why I still on my defense team. But when I got this one, even though it's not done, right, if you look here, I have monster HP and monster accuracy on my gems. And here it's empty, so once I craft some more or get these removed, I'll be able to get even more stats out of it. And since this has the same system as your runes on your monsters, we can kind of see what I was talking about with the effect stones. So effect stones are right here. They look a little bit different for your runes, but they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna give you this prefix of bulky or cruel. If you played Summoner's War, it's your innates. And it's just another slot for more stats. Effect stones affect your summoner stats, while your gems can affect your monsters. So this is another way to boost your monster stats, which if I could take them off without any penalty, I'm not too sure. I haven't tested it. I'd take it off and show the difference, but I was seeing 800 or higher jumps. And it's not just the weapon that you equip. So if you read the bottom effect right here, unused weapons are still giving you 25% of the original effect. So even if you're maining light, you want to keep up with every other element as well. And then when you come over to this side, only your sub weapon I think gets gems, and your weapons. So you want to look out for gem slots in the weapons you're getting, and not just the overall stats, because I've gotten ones where I think I had one around here. I guess not. I thought I got one earlier that didn't have any gem slots, but that might have just been my imagination. And then these 3 slots are where you have your main stats. Right now I have a bunch of HP because Lava Caves was one-shotting me, so just built up some HP. That was before I kind of got the hang of the fight, so I'll probably be working towards changing him to a little more defense and crit rate to start doing some damage as well. If you didn't know, Cleef is a defense scaling damager. So that'll probably be another big jump for my power. I think that's pretty much it for Summoner. There's Summoners where I haven't gone too in depth with. If I find out more. So skills. I almost left off without talking about skills. So I was maxing my abilities first because I figured they were pretty good and it was worth leveling them, especially this one on the light one where he's applying invincibility to himself and the highest attack. But utility, you want to open these up. They only cost 1 to open, and then some of them you want to max out. It just depends on your playstyle, really. the main thing is you definitely want the evasion, the mana regen, the evasion 3 times, and the mana up to 10. And then passives, this is going to depend on your summoner, but Cleave decreases damage taken and gives res. So these are going to give stats to your whole team. And I believe that by team members they mean your whole team, not your, because it would have said Cleave and monsters probably if it was just that. I would need to test, but I don't know how, or ask for confirmation. And that's pretty much it for expanding your power. I didn't get as much as I thought I would get, but I think I got around 1 to 2,000 just from all those changes, and or probably a little bit more because that's around 9,000 from this morning total. So that's just ways to squeeze out experience. And as you level your professions and alchemy, especially, these gems are going to give you a lot more stats. So these definitely lead me towards saying that alchemy is your first max for a profession, because weapons you can get from subjugation, you can get from raid, but these stones I haven't really seen where you get them other than by crafting them. I haven't even seen them on the exchange, so I believe it tells you if it's exchangeable. Yeah, it doesn't say it's not exchangeable, but it doesn't seem like there's really anyone at this level yet, and I don't think we'll have them for a while if you consider how much of a grind it is to level it. Each of these just get harder and harder to craft, and you have to get more materials. But as I learn more and kind of figure out the ways to do it, I'll make more guides on those. So if this video helped you out, helped you maybe get a little more power. Normally I'd say that power isn't that important in these style of games, but when you go into a boss and you're underpowered, so we just take Konami out, and I guess those two can solo it. So if you're too underpowered, you're gonna have a 75% penalty, and then let's say we got a little bit less underpowered, it's 25%. But once you get into the bonus range, you get a 25% buff. So squeezing out a little bit of power can make or break a run. My Lava Caves 15 run was only possible because I got out of the penalty range, and it was literally 1,000 power that made the difference. So that's something to keep in mind if you're struggling in a dungeon. Make sure you're not in a penalty. And everything I got for this video. Hope it helped, and if it did, follow me on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. The links will be in the description below. Thanks for watching.